Hey everybody, what's up? Circus here, coming at you with what's probably not a very important video to be doing right now. I don't really see a point in doing it. Um, if you notice, I am wearing a hat. This is a hat
Mm.
video for me. I got Herf here. He thinks he's pretty cool right now.
All right, we would not really have to do this video if we didn't have to do the last video.
What
You
videos? I
created
don't
your
even know
own
what.
demon.
I don't know why Herf's just like,
All
oh, we
right,
got a video to make now. And I'm like, what are you even talking about?
all right. So for all of those people who are unfamiliar about the ongoing beef between Circus and I,
Which I'm not
is
aware of,
that
by the way.
yeah, you were never aware of any beef.
Yeah,
Anyways,
yeah.
so the first Herf versus Circus video, it started out as like a, hey, look at this newer deck in the meta, right? You know, invoked roids, cool.
Yeah.
And Circus said they're dog crap. Why are people playing this? I said
I
they're
don't
a
remember it
top.
that way. I just want to say I don't remember saying that. But
You
go on.
said they are the weird-looking step cousin from the country of the invoked family, and they're just a worse version of all the other versions.
I don't. I think there was probably a lot of things said that day, and I'm not sure if that was one of them.
Anyways, so I replied with, they are definitely a top 5 in the power rankings if people decide to play them. And
Is
you know
there
what
is there
happened
any
last week?
video evidence of this? I feel like you're just making
Yes.
this up.
Yes, if you go to the first Herf
Why?
versus
Can we go to
Circus
the
video,
clip right now? Can you
I
play a
would love
clip?
you for the clip. Could you?
Pl-
You're the one.
Play
You're
the
the one
clip right
controlling the
now.
stream. You play the clip.
I don't have a clip, so obviously it never happened.
Let me grab the YouTube video. I will grab the YouTube video right now, and I'll send it to you,
I,
and we
I
can
already.
watch through the entire thing.
I don't think that exists. I'm sorry.
Uh, uh, uh. Dude, I am ready. But anyways, I said they're a top 5 deck, and you said no, they're not.
Okay.
I said okay, well we'll see.
And then what happened?
And then the next week after, they got to 8. Okay, so then we made this video.
Is that 5 though?
Okay, well the story's not over either. Okay,
Oh, it's not.
so then
There's
the
more
video,
to the story.
The next video, you were like, ah, Herf is stupid, ha ha ha. Okay.
Is that how
And
I sound when I
all
talk?
the little people in the comments were like, Herf's a dumbass, he.
I don't
So
think
I
that
was
had
like,
anything to do with invoked droids. I
was
don't
like-
think it had anything to do with invoked
I was
droids.
like, okay, we'll see. And, you know, so you're a man of data. I would love to see the data about the power rankings this week and the placement of invoked droids.
Now, I did do the power rankings this week, and there was some
Mhm.
discrepancies within the top
Okay.
5, so some decks had to be disqualified from
Okay.
the power rankings this week.
Could you explain why and how?
I just didn't like how some of the results came out. It just didn't. Wasn't favorable for other decks, and it just didn't look right. So there were some decks I had to remove that would have been in the top 5 that I just didn't feel were right to have in the top 5.
So, in other words, you're taking, so Mr. Man of Data is taking his precious data and manipulating it. Is that how you want this to go down? Is that how you want this to go down, Circus?
Manipulating is such a dirty term, you know. I'd like to say that
Tell me what
I'm reimagining things, right? Reimagining things.
Okay, but tell me what the top 5 of the power rankings are this week, Circus.
First place was Shiranui, so
Yeah.
not invoked droids.
Okay.
Karakuri,
Okay.
second place. Heroes in third place.
Okay.
Crystron's in fourth.
Okay.
And then, I lost my glasses here. I can't quite read what fifth place is. I have terrible vision. I can't see it. Without the glasses, I can't quite.
From the list that you sent me of the power rankings and the totals for this week, the number 5 is invoked roids.
Let me put my glasses back on and see if that's true. Yeah, I still it says invoked, and then that's all I got, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So basically, Herf was right.
Now, to be fair, if we're keeping score, I'd be 2-1 right now.
Wait, how?
I was right in the first video. I was right in the second video.
Okay. Okay, first of all, the first video
there's gonna be more.
Was opinion. So my opinion and your opinion, I don't think we can count a score for either one.
Well, I can and I am. So that was 1-0.
Without facts, right? I said that they were going to. I made a trajectory.
I had facts in that video that you're seeming to ignore. So I was 1-0 coming out of that video.
They are going to be a top 5. Okay, that's all I said.
They were not, and so I won that video 1-0.
The future. I was predicting. You were talking about the then and now.
Right. So you lost that. You lost that 1-0. So
there were two different things. There were two different things.
Go on. No, you're down 1-0.
Second video, you said that they were 8th. Haha.
So 2-0. Go on.
And I said that I wasn't talking about where they are. I said they are going to be a top 5 deck.
You still lost that round, so 2-0. 2-0. Go on.
All I said is that they are a top 5 deck, and that's where they are going to be.
I'm just saying. Go on. Okay, so you're down 2-0.
Now today, they're a top 5 deck. So that means that essentially washes away all of your points because I was right all along.
No, see, at best, I'm 2-1. I'm 1 game above 500. You're 1-2. You're 1 game below 500. You're not making the playoffs. You're not in the playoffs.
Funny. Well, the Astros did make the playoffs, and they were below 500.
So you're comparing yourself to the Houston Astros.
But what I'm saying is, I won the long game.
We're not even done. What are you talking about?
I won the long game.
You're down 2-1, and you're saying you won the long game? What does that even mean?
My claim came true.
So what happens next week when they're like 8th place? Oh, 1 week. 1 week.
I said they're going to be a top 5, and they made it to top 5.
And they touch it once, and then they drop off forever. And then what?
I don't care about what happens after that. I said that they can be a top 5.
So you're gonna be one of those guys that just makes 100 predictions. If one of them comes true, you're like,
yep. Can you tell me another prediction I made that didn't come true?
Hey, Herf, I'm buying into this new box. It's got Alistair in it. I have 2 Alistairs. Should I go for a 3rd? You know, Circus, I don't think you really need to, buddy. Alistair's not that.
You didn't need to. You didn't.
I don't really think you need 3 Alistairs. That's just. I just don't think that's necessary.
I didn't say that you would never need it in the future. I said at that time you didn't because you had 3
Alistairs. Why would you want 3 Alistairs?
You had 3 Cosmic Cyclones, so you didn't really need to if you didn't want to spend all the money because Cosmic Cyclone was an Alistair in that time.
What?
So your consistency wasn't hit that much.
There was no semi-limits or anything on them at that time. It was when the box first came up.
Yeah, exactly, because you had Sorcery Conduit. So you had 3 Cosmic Cyclones and 2 Alistairs. So you had a total of 5 Alistairs.
But for long-term investment, you don't need a third. You don't need a 3rd Alistair. You're good.
I at no point said that in the rest of the history of dueling.
I think that's exactly how you started that sentence. I said, "Do I need 3 Alistairs?" You said, "Never in the future history of Duel Links."
See, that is a bold claim that you would need to show me.
Do you have any proof that I did not say that, or that you did not say that?
I'm innocent until proven guilty. That is how everything works.
So you agree that conversation happened, and you agree you said that thing, but now you're saying that you did not say that thing.
I agree that I said you did not need 3
I'm just
Alistair
saying,
at that
you
time.
asked for an example. We both agreed it happened, and now you're trying to moonwalk out of it.
No, I'm trying to keep the facts straight. And the facts were that at that time, you did not need 3 Alistair because the consistency significance.
If you could just handle being wrong, we wouldn't have to deal with this. If you could just handle being wrong.
Circus, who's wearing the hat right now?
I'm cold. I'm in my basement. We're deep into fall here.
You're telling me about who's right and wrong. You're the one wearing the hat right now.
It's cold. It's cold.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
But I predict that over time, roids will fall off again.
Oh,
because
he's coming over to the side that's 2-1, by the way, guys. I'm just saying.
So now that Curry is gaining strength and gaining more and more popularity.
So he picks one of the best decks in the format and is now riding those coattails. Go ahead.
Well, I just said that they can't go second to a Curry board.
Mm-hmm.
They just can't. And since Karakuri is bordering on tier 0, that is going to push Roids away until Karakuri are gone. Then they're going to
Karakuri is bordering on tier 0, folks. There is the next bold claim by Herf. Bordering on tier 0. I will disagree with that statement, sir.
Okay.
I will disagree. Tier 0 status, where you have to play Karakuri or nothing else.
Yep.
Tier 0.
You tell me what deck has a better turn 1 than Karakuri.
Hybrid, combo, control, Shiranui. It's actually now Super Shiranui, just so you know.
Okay, can you tell me any deck that can go like +3 off of its first turn being 2 cards?
Combo, hybrid, control, Super Shiranui.
And could you tell me how that happens?
It's super.
Okay. Well, what is exactly the combo that leads to a +3 on turn 1?
You have the one card that summons out the other one, and then the two things that they do together makes a third card, and then you go +7 off of that.
Oh yeah, just +7 for free.
Right.
Okay.
I'm just saying a tier 0 format, sir. Why hasn't it happened already?
What do you mean?
Well, if a deck's tier 0, wouldn't it just come out of the gate being tier 0? Why would it have to slowly work its way up 2 months later into a tier 0 format?
Well, a lot of things are changing,
mm-hmm.
and that is because with the recent ban list, Karakuri's turn 1 has actually gotten a lot better because they're being forced to play more traps. So their turn 1 is often summon 3, set 3, and still a lot of times have a card in hand, which is pretty broken, as well as they can draw every single turn at least once, which is significant off of restart. They can still draw through restart, draw on each turn once, and then not only draw for turn as well. So you're able to gain card advantage a lot faster than your opponent, as well as you're always having 3 back row. And if Roids have to go second into a full board like that, a lot of times their Alistair are just getting negated and they can't play through it.
Okay, that's fine. But tier 0 is a bold claim, sir.
Okay, what deck can go second into a full Karakuri combo and break
tier 0, sir. Tier 0. That's a bold statement.
That is a bold statement, and I'm willing to back it up. Because not only have I said this, a lot of other top players have said this, and it has more than enough results, at least in a best-of-1 format, and the best-of-3 format is on the way. They're going to be getting stronger than Shiranui for sure.
And why is that? Why Shiranui?
Well, Shiranui are the top deck right now in the power rankings every single week. So they're the only ones standing between Karakuri and being number 1.
Right. And why can't Shiranui handle that level of firepower?
Well, because they only play 1 Cosmic Cyclone, so they can't really work through the back row except by trying to play through it. So what happens? You normal summon Squire, get negated. Okay, GG, fun game. I mean, Karakuri are able to play 3 Cosmic Cyclones plus like Ballistas, stuff like that. Lances if they want. They can still play Offerings. Some builds actually still play Haste Grenade. So it's like, I mean, they're able to play through back row a lot faster than Shiranui can, and their monsters just do more for them faster. Unless you like open turn 1 with the big one, the Shogun Saga, and then Karakuri going second into a Shogun Saga would still potentially have outs if they had their side deck cards, or if they're able to like flip it to defense, swing in with Samurai Destroyer, which they can pretty easily. But but the only weakness of Karakuri is system down. But if people just play Karakuri Shed, they can counter their counters. So that's what makes them really strong.
So how do we determine if it's a tier 0 meta? Who makes that proclamation?
I mean, okay, here's the thing. You would have to see in the power rankings them being... See, I don't know. I don't think we've had a tier 0 meta as long as the power rankings have been around.
We have not. So how do you determine that?
Well, right now, we see Shiranui at 36 and Karakuri at 32.
Right.
And that's pretty close. So I would consider that's not really a tier 0 meta. I would say,
especially since they're in second place.
I would say tier 0, the leader, would have to have at least 10 points more than the second place.
All right, so last week, Shiranui won with 46 points, and second place was Kristrons with 24. So was that a tier 0 Shiranui week?
42 and 24?
46 and 24.
Bro, who was... Dude, see, I haven't looked at enough of the power rankings to actually... I would have to compile more data and make an informed decision.
The week before, Kristrons won 29 over Ritual Beast at 16. So was that a tier 0 Crystron week?
See, I just made random numbers. So knowing this, it would probably have to be at least 20.
And for how long? Sustain for how long?
Over 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't think Karakuri can win by 20 points for 2 weeks straight. No, not happening.
Okay.
That means they'd have to win at least 3 more tournaments. At least 3 more tournaments the next deck below them. Last week there were 11 tournaments that reported that we track for the power rankings. So they'd have to win at least 30 to 40% of those.
I mean, that's definitely possible for Karakuri. I mean...
Shiranui did it last week. They won 4 tournaments. So they're going to have to wrestle those tournaments away from Shiranui, Heroes, Kristrons, and Invoked Roids all had victories last week. They're going to steal all those victories away. They got to get at least 4 victories. And then the next one has to have only like 1 victory.
I definitely think that they do have the potential to do that.
So Karakuri would have to have a minimum of 4 victories, and all the other decks can only have 1 victory. If they get 2 victories, that would put them too close.
Yeah, I'm saying Karakuri is by far the best deck in the meta right now. And that they can definitely do that.
All right. We're going to hold you to that because that seems like a load of bullshit if I've ever heard it.
Let's see it. So,
I don't think we've ever seen sustained for multiple weeks 20-point differences in the power rankings.
I would say if we went back to like 6 Sam tier 0 meta, we would easily see that.
All right.
So I don't have that data. I mean, nobody has that data right now. We'd have to go back and, but nonetheless.
So if I'm right for the next 2 weeks, I'm like 4-1, and then on the 3rd week you were finally right once, and then you're like 4-2. Are you gonna be celebrating like this?
I don't know how you're getting these points. I don't know how you can be wrong.
I'm right the first week in the first video. I'm right the second video, and then the 3rd video. Here we are. You're at best 2-1. At best.
Said that they were going to be top 5. You have literally no leg to stand on because they are top 5 right now.
For 1 week, but the first 2 videos I was right. The first 2 videos I was right. So that's 2 victories. 2 victories. Your 3rd video, you have 1 victory, so that's 2-1.
Okay, I said that they are going to go to top 5 like this. I said just like this.
No, you said they were a top 5 deck, not we're slowly over time going to see them get better. You said that in the second video because you were covering your tracks.
I said all needed was representation and they would be top 5.
In the second video, after you were wrong. After you were wrong. After you were wrong.
Where are they right now?
After you were wrong.
Well, I think we should end this video because we're just going to keep going back and forth like this. But the main takeaway is that Herf was right the entire time. The entire time Herf was right because they were going to be top 5. So they're top 5 right now.
2-1.
Top 5.
2
top 5.
To 1.
Top 5.
2-1.
Top 5.
2-1.
I couldn't hear you over the power rankings and Invoked Roids being top 5.
I can hear you just fine because I know I'm 2-1. So there you go.
That's fun, but they're top 5.
All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Herf thinks he's pretty cool right now. We know the truth. But if you did enjoy the video, make sure to get into the Discord because that's where we host all of our tournaments that the Invoked Roids won't be doing well in, and Karakuri's definitely won't be winning the power rankings by 20 points for over 2 weeks straight. We have that's where we host all our tournaments, and then we have a great new player channel. So get in there, and we'll help you out. So people that are willing to help you have their names in yellow or have DLE in their name, except Herf does have that, but I would watch that. You probably don't want to be asking for help for him because he'll probably give you bad advice and then tell you that was your fault. All right. We're going to get out of here. I'm Circus, Mr. 2-1. That's Herf, Mr. 1-2.
Mr. Top 5.
We'll see you later.
See ya.